Initiating stream. Check. Going to the proper place. Check. Going to the proper place on YouTube. Check. And now we are on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Hello, Twitch. How's it going?
Hello, Twitch.
I got the green screen back. It's like I'm a professional.
Yeah, you haven't actually shown us
Yeah.
the footage you got green screening your cat, oh fluffy one.
August. It's probably going to be August before that hits, because I've got No, I can't talk about my personal channel on work. So, anyway,
Shenanigans are bound.
I have some stupid ideas, and those ideas will be realized probably in August. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? Yep. Welcome to your Friday. It's a beautiful day outside in Massachusetts. Let me just make sure I see us going everywhere. Hello, Luan, Joel, Paul, Rick. Don't see anyone on YouTube yet. Over on Twitch, Yicky, St. John, on Murata, Darnell, Vince, you, Druid's Fire. Hello, Druid's Fire. Okay, let me actually kick off the show. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotroStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotro. I am Lotro's community manager, Cordovan, and this is going to be the last time I see you for a couple of weeks. I am not going to be streaming live next day, the Friday, June 21st. Should be back for the 28th. And then I'm going to be off. And so, thanks. And I'll see you in 2 weeks after this show. Today we're going to do some Q&A, talk a little bit about our upcoming hotfix plan, and kind of just answer whatever I can talk about, I will, and do a little bit of gameplay here. We kind of have been debating what we want to do in terms of perhaps sort of jumping ahead a little bit in the story or continuing where we are. I'm still not entirely sure what we want to do there. What's wrong with my mic? Is something wrong with my mic? I'm sure.
Sound okay to me,
Sounds
but
okay
it's
to you?
Discord.
All right, sounds fine on Twitch. Well, hopefully, Felnul, it's an issue. Well, I'm sorry, it's an issue on your end. Hopefully, it's an issue on your end. All right. So there's not a whole lot of news to talk about. As you know, we've been real busy releasing stuff. So we got Update 24, and now this week, Siege of Mirkwood on the Legendary Worlds, and then next week starts the Summer Festival. So kind of a bang, 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 big thing a week happening here. Hopefully you're digging Siege of Mirkwood. Hopefully you're digging Update 24, and looking forward to the Summer Festival. We'll have like some screenshots and that for you, I think, for the Summer Festival later next week. This weekend and next week I'm working on some stuff for both Siege of Mirkwood. We found some really killer kind of high-res key art there, so I'm going to try to get that out in multiple ways if I can. Then, like I said, we got Summer Festival next week. We're also working on a little hot fix. For those of you who have been keeping an eye on the forums or are raiding Anvil of Winterstith, for example, you'll know that there was an unintended major spike in difficulty on a part of Anvil of Winterstith, and we're going to be hot fixing that. Don't have an ETA for you at this Friday, 12:04 p.m. Eastern, but the goal is to get it out as soon as we can. So maybe mid-ish, something like that. We'll see. Stay tuned, and of course we'll let you know. But we are working on a hotfix for that. So for those of you who maybe wanted to chat to ask about that, we hear you. We've discovered what the issue is. That I believe a fix for that's already been checked in, and just assuming it gets through the rest of the process without issue, it should be ready to go fairly soon here. There's a slight electronic distortion. Let me double check my own recording devices settings to make sure I'm not too hot. I'm not. And I believe...
No comment from your fangirl gallery.
Dorf. No.
Come on. I mean, that door was so wide open, somebody
Yeah.
had to keep it in.
Anyway, I don't know. Well, actually, let me double check, make sure I've got the right mic going. Because I do see the webcam mic is hot. Okay, no, should be good. Should be good. Sorry, I'll fix it. I won't fix it. I'll fix it in 2 weeks. That's what we'll do. And until then, hopefully it'll just be good enough. Any news on the Legendary Server Classic Vendor and Legendary Item Vendor? Legendary Worlds cannot barter 3 out of 4 of their sets. Nor can they barter first stage tokens. Yeah, Volsunga, that's on the agenda to get to. I think that at this point is just related to kind of story gating, right? No, I'm not like doing some crazy thing next week. I'm actually just visiting some family and stuff like that. And of course, I do vacation work that involves a little actual work. So, you know, I will have to be keeping an eye on the various forums and things like that and do a little bit of work. But for the most part, it's going to be a pretty laid back weekend. So I'm not going to be streaming next Friday. Why did Mirkwood come so early on the VIP server? So the timing of it is, I believe, as intended for the yearly plan. Why we didn't communicate that until kind of the last minute, I think really had to do with a focus on Update 24 and getting that all out, and then getting Seizure Mirkwood out on Legendary, and then getting the Summer Festival out. So I think our announcement, as I said on the forums, our announcement was pretty quick on the turnaround and maybe caught a couple people off guard. But in terms of early, it's actually pretty much on the plan as far as I'm aware. Is there a long-term plan for the Legendary Worlds? Will we all just have 2 VIP servers after the Legendaries reach endgame? So we're not going to announce that today, but it is certainly something that we have given thought to and have a plan in place. So to the answer of, is there a long-term plan? Yeah. Am I able to share that with you today? Sorry. It's on story getting the Barid Gularan set is classic 65 rates. Oh yeah, okay. This is the barter thing, right? Where it's the items are mid-level 65 and the barter NPC gates it at 70. Okay, I know what you're talking about here, Volsunga. Yeah, I checked out with that on the design team that is working as intended. The idea is that you will have to earn it, and the intention is that you would be able to unlock it through that form of content at level 70, regardless of what the min-level item of the item is for perhaps a future use on alts or anything like that. But that is specifically working as intended for that specific item set. I was asking that too. I was like, well, wait a second, what is it? Why would it be min-level 65 if the barter is level 70? And the intention was essentially that this is a kind of a historic issue, that it's supposed to be gated by a certain kind of content gating. And then over the years it was made perhaps more backwards compatible for the needs of the community, but the core system it is based on is intended to be done in a certain path, and that path is what was being used for Legendary. I don't entirely disagree with your assessment in terms of the why, but I think it's ultimately a position of what happens when you sort of lower values of things due to short-term needs and then choose to revisit that content years later in a kind of way that gates things as you want it to be gated, if that makes any sense. I think anything further on that regard, I'll probably leave for someone older than me, because that's about the extent of what I checked in and had a discussion with a couple of folks yesterday on the team about. All right.
Servants of the enemy cannot pass the bounds of Lorien.
I need to find someone to barter. Clear out some inventory quick.
Okay, well I can port you to the 21st and back.
Yeah? Okay, let me come back up then.
You should now have the ability to come back to Karis Galathon, because we did that quest that gave us automatic friend status.
Okay.
Also, nobody can see your game, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There we go. My mouse. Too many cords.
There's no such thing as too many cords unless you're cloning yourself again.
Well, you know.
You're a very busy boy and you need a couple of clones.
Could procure a trophy from Durian's Bane.
Because the cat just eats the paper. She doesn't actually do the paperwork for you.
Yeah, right. Let me just kind of quick throw some stuff out. Deal with it later. Except I want that.
If you sell rep tokens, I swear.
Oh no, I would never do that. Are you kidding me? Not this person.
Well, I mean, if you want to miss a class trade point, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I don't think I sold any rep tokens, did I? Alright, that should be good.
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
I wasn't really watching either. That should be fine, right? There we go. Now I got a whole bag of space open. There we go. Alright, I'm ready for the port.
Let's see if this actually pops for you this time, because last time it's because you weren't friend status with the Galathrim.
Nope.
Well, go to the first hall.
Yep.
How did I get it and you didn't?
I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, follow. Go to the first hall, and ride out, and then just follow the quest track.
Okay.
We are playing on Lantrball, F. Duddy.
Thank you, Julian Veronell. Thanking us for the new client, seeing an increase in performance. We are aware that there are some bugs, say, yet to do with the Mac Wine client, and we're tracking down a particularly pesky issue that seems to be causing some crashes in some instances in raids. Once we get that tracked down, then the regular 64-bit client should be in a pretty good place. Right now it still does have a beta because of a couple things like that. You say I should just ride out from here?
Yep, ride out from the first hall because you're going to ride down the river.
Ride out from the first hall?
Yep, ride out of the first
I'm not
hall.
seeing any chalice here. We're doing chapter 3, right? Sons of Leaf and Stone?
Chalice. Which game is your favorite, Cordovan? It would be the other game.
No. The ring, whatever, the quest ring.
The ring. Give us the ring.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
yeah,
it.
there's... Well, just go out the portal, right?
I need to talk to
right here.
Legolas on his tree. Where's that person?
Yes, we were just there,
Yep.
so you need to come out of Mora.
Okay. Coming... Oh, yeah, Lothlorien. Okay. There we are. Stable Master while I'm here.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Hail, friend, and well met. Oh, will you take me there?
Hail, friend, and well met.
Curtis Galadon, right?
It won't let you go to Karis Galathon? Well, it'll take
Wait, so
you
you say
seeing it for a while.
Galathon? I see Galadhon.
Yeah, that's Galathon.
Okay. Yes, I can swift travel there.
Yeah, you can cheat. Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Actually, yeah. It's not the closest one, but it'll do.
So Chromite, sorry if the timing on getting that raid fix is not as quick as you would prefer. Hopefully we can get that resolved. It's on a fast track. I mean, as soon as we can get it done, we are. Okay. I actually want to go to Karen Amroth.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I think I could have done that from the last place too.
Probably.
Yep.
In order for me to better keep an eye on chat, I have you on the tiny screen. I can't see what you're clicking on.
Telerian, I apologize that your question about why we do things to prevent world gating, I think, to get outside of intended landscape barriers, something like that. I don't really have a good answer for you right now. I would need to dig further into your specific query. I mean, oh no, I kind of get what you're saying. You're saying basically we should give you explorer deeds for finding your way outside of the map? Is that what you're asking for? Because no.
Are you ready to go?
Oh, solo quest. Okay.
Yep.
Chromite, I believe that whether it's an audio issue or a quote particle effect issue is still under investigation, but I do believe that they are aware of what you were saying. I'm just not sure which is the actual one that's the cause they're currently pursuing. Nothing to announce yet, Hamonti, on when the new 6-person instance will hit beta. As soon as I get some more info, I'll let you know, but nope. Okay. Can I stop ignoring your first stage symbol questions, dude? Well, since you called me dude, I don't have an answer for you. As soon as I get one, I will let you know. I'm not ignoring you, I just can only answer questions I have an answer for. I don't have an answer for you. Man, I'm getting destroyed here.
I mean, the answer is obvious. You have to headbutt them all.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just gotta get my healing up. That's what I need to do. It was pretty chill there at the start, and then it got pretty rough pretty quick. Alright. Where do these guys end up? There we go. bro. Actually, I have something I can even do about that. Invocation of Eldrath, you.
I suspect Chromite is over there cringing, watching your, which skills you're using.
Great.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to shed some aggro here. What's so wrong about that? Right, Volsunga. Specifically in regard to that itemization, like I said, I don't have a lot I can pass along to you today. But I know the team is taking a look at it, and I think there is some possibility that we may be able to improve the itemization there in next week's hotfix. But I don't know that since that work is not yet done, as I understand it, certainly not checked by QA, and is not yet in a build that could be used, I would be hesitant to give you a more specific answer than that. But it is something that we are aware of. We've been reading the feedback, and I know the team's been looking at it. All right, there you go.
I'm gonna have to ask, where does that Twitch emote come from? Whose channel? You can send it to me.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, that's your face, dude. Mr. Fluffy Cordovan has his own Twitch emote.
Oh, I'm gonna blame Volsunga probably on that one, but that's fine.
It's not what it is.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, it's somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I'm amused.
It could have been worse. I mean.
Oh yeah, it could
that
definitely have
actually
been
looks
worse.
like you
Yeah,
being
yeah,
very
yeah.
think it's
Yeah,
been.
it definitely could have been worse, and probably will be. I know. It's fine. I'm honored. So, Alith Anar from YouTube, I don't specifically know that it is or is not working as intended that the High Elf run speed trait not stack with Hunter Pathfinding, but were I to hazard a possibly highly uninformed guess, I would say that it probably is working as intended to limit undue run speed, since it is such typically desirable thing. I think that there might be some concerns about being able to stack it up like that. But that's just simply a guess, and I don't know. Oh, it's Min. It's a nice smiling face for my viewers to post when you die. Perfectly valid use for an emote of me, I would think.
You
So,
more use out of the other games, champ. You die more often there than you do here.
it's a higher stakes game like that, you know.
No. It's because you've got help who is actually trying to keep you alive.
Oh,
The
that
other
could be
side, they
too.
want you to die. 'Cause
That's
it's
true.
funny.
That's true. It is funny. I've often said this. No, but very, sometimes people are like, "You're just bad at games," and they're not entirely wrong. But I argue that it's far more entertaining to see people do terrible than it is to do really good. It's much easier to recognize someone playing terrible than it is someone playing really well. So in that respect, I'm perfectly suited to this. You don't want a high elf running faster than a horse. That sounds like a reason to me. Yeah.
Would have the minds
Well,
of
Chromite doesn't want a high
souls
elf running at all. He doesn't want a high
My
elf full
road
stop.
lies with Frodo. I have made my decision.
Unless roasted over an open fire like chestnuts.
Alright. So looks like we're going back to the Chamber of the Crossroads.
As soon as I catch up with you. There's talky bits going on. So give me just a second.
I can just take the Sable Master. That should be fun. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could just use the Stable Master map to port right there, or use the
I could.
missile point.
But then I'd miss an opportunity to run through the actually very, very, very pretty Lothlorien Forest. I really love this area.
It's very beautiful, yes.
Yeah.
The heart of Elvendom.
I've said this before, but one of my favorite pieces of Lotro marketing art that I think was done was that really gorgeous Galadriel kind of, I guess, half-painted shot or whatever with the set of Lothlorien here in the background. It's just gorgeous. I really like it. I did, however, completely miss the Stable Master, so perhaps I should go back after all. Yep. But I do love this area a lot.
You got a lot of sightseeing. We all do that.
Yep.
Han has a very important question in chat.
Okay, I'll get to it in just a second here.
Mega volume.
Oh, it is not getting me to where I want to be. I could do Karis Galathon, you say. Is the name of it, right? Yeah. And then from
Where
there
are
to the
you?
Chamber of the Crossroads? Squirrel, I will have to follow up on what
Greetings
our
to you.
intentions are. I know I've got Karen Amroth.
Hang
I'm
on
in
here. Let me come find you,
Egladil.
and we'll just port.
Yeah, I'm in Egladil, basically south of Karis Galathon. Yep.
Un momento, por favor. Because I was running all over. I got behind on the quest. So I had to wait till the talky bits got over. Where are you?
I'm by Eglidil Rohiril, the stable master.
Oh, I think it's that bug where you don't show up on the map anymore.
Maybe if we were grouped together, it would help.
Yep.
You're in Kirin el Galad?
Maid of Honor.
Kirin el Galad?
Okay, I know where you are.
Alright. Alright, let me see. I appreciate that aspect of Volsunga. I know that there was some work, because if you remember a while back when we were doing some, I think what Vastin has termed kind of standardization curve work, that there was kind of an unintended significant drop in difficulty in that particular, what was it, like 65 to 85 level range. And now that that's been brought back up to what it should be, hopefully we're in a pretty good place. Sounds like you feel maybe we are, and hopefully that's true. Yeah. Alright. So... Lotro vids on YouTube. All I can really do about that is pass along your desire to have additional sources of physical tactical mastery at level 65 and have it not cap out so early.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
And to that, all I could really say is, you know, I will pass that along. Bloom slider? Oh, I do actually have, I think, the bloom up a little bit. Is it too much? I think I was doing some screenshot work and I might have accidentally, well, not accidentally, accidentally on purpose set the bloom a little higher.
These are my first dealings with Celeborn of Lorien. I do not know what to make of him.
Alright, Urvar is probably over here. Let me see. Okay. So, let me just actually double check the log here. Where are we going? We are going...
To Durin's Way.
Yes. Alright.
Okay, I know.
Well, we could... Oh, no. Well, we could just ride out there. It's actually not that far.
We're gonna have to ride out there because there's no swift travel there.
Okay. Now we're hanging a right and going up around to the north, is that correct?
Yep.
I was in the midst of a response to the box run, but was interrupted. I no longer remember what the box run is. Do you? Do you have any idea what I was talking about there?
I forget what the box run actually is. It's an instance thing, I do believe. I'm sure chat will fill us in.
Were you specific? There was a question about, hey, when will we do more featured instances, or update the featured instance rotation? And that's some feedback I'm going to be having to ask about later. I don't know when the answer is, but I'm sure it'll be done, you know, sure it'll be done eventually. Do I want to hang south at this point?
Nope.
Nope.
Go straight through.
Yeah. It's true, they have not been updated in a while, so I would imagine as soon as someone could get to it, maybe we should. I don't know. I'll pass it along. We'll see. this right? No.
Native.
Oh, we're close. Just gotta...
But no cigar.
Yep. There we go. All right. Anvil fixed next week. We are working on a hot fix for the Anvil of Winterstith difficulty issues.
This cavern was recently...
And like I say, there's an effort underway, as Volsunga had brought up, that we would like to also take care of some itemization concerns if we can get it done. No promises yet, though.
To this cavern.
The rot that pervades Buzungar is not of the natural
All
world.
right.
Time to kill all of the things and get super lost.
Yeah. All right, so someone had also asked if we had any music news to pass along, and I do actually. I am currently working on getting the Update 24 soundtrack up on YouTube. I'm hoping to get that done. Well, it'll either be end of the day Monday or a couple weeks from now, depending on how things go. But I'm working on it. So.
I did notice our Celtics fixed the battle bassoon.
Oh yeah? Cool.
Except not in mounted combat, because he doesn't do that yet.
Okay. Well, that's cool. But yeah, I'm working to get the Update 24 stuff. And as a matter of fact, I have some even more on top of that. That I believe he sent my way. Some other kind of music tracks that I can put up in the future as well. That probably won't get done in time for Monday, end of the day Monday. But should be coming out hopefully this summer too.
I see a Wayward Plane emote in chat.
I'm basically currently rendering the audio files into a bunch of video files. I know it's a little awkward, but it's the easiest way to get this stuff out right now with the least amount of kind of overhead, so that's sort of why, the why on that one. There we go. I have nothing to pass along regarding your request that we have heard quite a bit of feedback about on perhaps other ways to get rhymes, but we don't have anything to announce today.
To be fair, it's been a while since I've been down here, so I don't remember where everything is.
What?
Hush you.
That's cool. Can I headbutt it? I can headbutt it. Nope. I didn't get a chance.
You and your headbutts.
I don't think we want to go through here yet, do we?
Well, it says we still have to execute somebody's plan, but we have to actually go back and talk to that person.
Okay. Any idea where Nymphlig is?
Yeah, back where we came from at the top of the chamber.
All right, well, guess we're going back up to
But
the
I
top
think
of
we're
the chamber.
supposed to take care of the. We'll do it. Yeah. Ah, nice coal cache. That's a Glasgow kiss.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. So, are we going to add audio to the elf lore found in the Vales? I could have sworn that I was
Doesn't.
there when it got recorded, which leads me to believe that it's gotta be a bug. Because I could have sworn I recall it being recorded. So, if it's been recorded, I don't see why it wouldn't be there.
Oh, then it would be a bug.
Yep. So I hope the answer to that question is yes.
Because it was elf song. So when I saw on Bull Roar without the audio, I was, looking forward to it being, with audio on live, and
Oh.
yeah, that didn't happen.
I don't know. Like I said, could be I'm out of the loop on it, but I'll have to follow through.
It's the part where we could just get lost. 'cause
No
I don't
elf
really know.
lore in update 24. No elf lore audio. Do we know there's a bug with the feasting instance at Grimbjorn's Lodge? Yes. I believe I've seen a fix for that one come through as well.
I think it's this way.
Ah, squirrel. So, good question on why no account-wide frame for legendary servers. I don't know why that was done the way that was. Other than I seem to recall that people get a lot of kind
Growl along
of
the
portraits, and
Chiron
there are a lot of
is
people who
defeated,
like them, and some folks
but
who
others
maybe
of
like
his
them
kind
less.
may appear.
So it may just have kind of, instead of doing that, we did something else instead. Would be my
It will be
likely
some time
guess.
before these gardens recover, but recover they will.
That was no great task for you, was it? These elves worry for nothing.
Alright, we're gonna go out.
Growing has not been the same since he was returned to us.
No. Sorry, Bardo. I have heard of no plans to do a War Steed update in the near future. Well, thank you so much, Bardo. That is very good feedback. We've been hearing some really nice. Oh, I think I missed you somewhere. How'd you get
You
off
did.
to the right of me?
Because I took the corner and you didn't? Did you make friends?
No, I'm just trying to find this corner you're talking about. There we go.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
All right. Did I see your crafted housing item question bug mention? No, sorry. But wasn't there something about crafting bugs in this week's patch?
I think somebody in chat said there was a bug where the multiple output recipes aren't actually giving multiple output.
Uzengar is safe.
And also something with the
Glory.
cook recipe
My cousin
requiring
Ned, still a captive
an
of
item
Laza.
that doesn't work.
Okay. All right. Make sure there's bug in on that. I assume there is, and I just haven't seen it. Any news on Captain and Warden revamp? No, other than where, I heard some of the team talking a little bit about Captain work. So I think that's going to be hitting... I think it's on the radar pretty quick here. So I would expect to see something on, Palantir, then Bullroar, then Live, this year, certainly. And sooner rather than later, I think. Okay.
What
am I doing here now? I'm finding mining records. Okay.
Yep. You gotta go back to the Chamber of the Crossroads and go through the Chambers of Deep Thought.
I don't believe we are going to have further 64-bit or wine client polish that I'm aware of is currently not, none of that is currently slated for next week's hotfix. Reason being is our engineering team has some work to do on it, and it's just, I don't think it's going to be ready in time. Nope, I'm just not going to be here next week.
But I will be. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, no noon stream unless you feel like doing it, but that's up to you, I guess.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. I will pre-answer all of your questions. No, yes, yes, no, no. Oh my God. Why do you hate me? I'm sorry.
Have you seen your gameplay, Cord?
Yep.
But speaking of programming notes, Professor Corey will be out this week. He is currently at a conference thingy down in North Carolina. So as soon as this show is over, I will be streaming in Rohan and maybe Gondor for lucky for the next 5 hours.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
Yeah.
The following week, when you're not here, Corey will be back. But, what was that, the 28th you said?
Yeah, I should be back for the 28th. I get back the day
Okay.
prior to the
Okay,
area.
so on the 28th, Corey and I will both be at Mythmoot. And here's the fun thing, programming note. That Friday night, the 28th, there will be a special one-shot tabletop session from Mythmoot,
Ooh.
featuring a band of... See, this is what you get for not coming to Mythmoot, Jerry. Because you would have had an automatic seat at the table. But Corey, James Richards, one of the devs for Cubicle 7, who made the One Ring tabletop session, we're going to be playing a session of Hobbit Bounders, investigating crimes in the Shire. So it'll be kind of like Murder, She Wrote, only with hobbits. And then after that, we're going to somehow take Corey as a level 100 Guardian from the Carrick, if not the back door of Goblin Town, all the way as far as we can get him through to Erebor, which is why I've been grinding class trait points in Rome.
Please do not leave the 64-bit client forever in beta. Yes, we hear you. The intention is not to do that. The intention, far from it, is to have a sustainable client for both Mac and Windows long into the future.
And now we're going to ride all the way back to where we just were.
Generally, the quickest way to make sure I have to work is to say that I'm not going to be working on X day. So, if I'm being a little deliberately vague, there's a reason for that.
I have seen him pull up the forums and do moderation in the middle of Gen Con, for Pete's sake, people.
It's true. You cannot escape.
Speaking of Gen Con, aren't you going to Gen Con again this year?
Yeah, that's a great idea. So that's
see?
actually just been confirmed this week. Yeah, I guess late last week, this week. I'm going to be going to Gen Con this year. And as part of that, we're going to be doing our typical Friday evening combined DDO and Lotro and friends and family and whoever else you want to bring, basically, meetup that Friday evening. And while a location has not yet been determined, it should be during the regular time frame of Friday, around 7 to 10-ish, 8 to 10-ish, something like that. Usually people dump out of the exhibit hall. It's kind of a madhouse in the area. People take 20-30 minutes to find each other, and then another 15-20 minutes to get where they're going, and then people group up, and then we have fun. And that's the way it'll probably be this Friday of Gen Con as well. So if you're a Lord of the Rings online player, you are welcome. This is not just a DDO thing. It really never has been. It tends to be a little more represented on the D&D front, just because it is Gen Con after all. But that certainly doesn't mean you can't be there, and we'd love to see you. So I'll have some more information hopefully within a few weeks about specifically where and when. And you don't need a Gen Con badge to do this. This is just happening in the area because all of a sudden there's, 150,000 hardcore gamers that invade Indianapolis. Until all those Colts jersey wearing people, hey, got any dice? So it's
And
a
you
good
can
time.
find a few streamers there. I generally wind up being there because I literally live like an hour and a half away.
That's the other
and
piece.
Balviel and Grey Wardens were there last year.
That's the other piece that's happening that helped this come about, is that Saturday afternoon. If you are a blogger, vlogger, streamer, press person, what have you, we're looking to carve out some time that Saturday afternoon if you were interested to hang out and chat with us. So we're going to do some kind of, whatever you want it to be, largely, sort of meet and interview sort of thing. So if you have kind of a blog or podcast and you're going to Gen Con, whether it be specifically about MMOs or Lord of the Rings Online, or perhaps more just like tabletop RPG gaming, Tolkien-related things in general, you can get in touch with me and we'll see what we can do for you. So, but that's the other kind of half is why I'm going, is to do a Friday social meetup for all of our games players, and then on Saturday doing some kind of time to carve out for press and vlogs and podcasts and that kind of thing. And this takes place the first week of August. I think it's August 1st through the 4th is Gen Con proper.
Yep.
All right.
And I will of course be calling dibs on Sev at some point that weekend, because y'all know I like to ask him all the fun questions.
All right. I think we're largely...
You must search
We've got
the
a 5
workshop
minutes
for
yet.
plans.
Find the
will
workshop
stay
of
behind.
Milkwolf
There is
Stone
too
Carver
much to
and
do.
search it for mention of Zerturk. Zeraxigil. Zerakizit?
You're causing the Dwaro scholar pain, so even if
I
he's not
know.
watching the show right now.
Zerexigil? Zerexigil? Is
I
that
always
right?
call it Zarek Ziegel. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay. Do you have time to get there? You have time to get there, right? Where is this place? Oh, no, we actually just kind of go there, don't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just kind of hang out here then? This seems like a pretty good place to wrap up the show, I think, for the...
Yep. And isn't it a
Day.
solo quest anyway?
Oh, is it? Yeah, and actually there's one other piece I wanted to do. Let me grab that quick.
Don't strain yourself.
Sorry, I just had a thing. I always feel a little weird posting this stuff up because it isn't me that did any of the work. It was you all that did the work, but my name's on it. And I got this in the mail from Extra Life Boston. Nikki Benoit, their main Extra Life coordinator, in the mail this week. Presented to Jerry Snook as the top fundraiser for Extra Life Boston 2018. Except I am not the top fundraiser. You're the top fundraiser. Because this was all about your donations and your support and your help. And the Lotro Stream team's support and help. So I appreciate, I'm honored, I'm flattered, but I felt a little weird seeing my name on it because it really, all I did was just stream a bunch of Lotro and be the community manager of said channel. So there you go. Congratulations, everyone. This is your reward, not mine. And both games were involved too.
And we got to put you in a kilt because of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Concho, make it. Be
Definitely
there.
make it.
Be
Make
there.
it.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna wrap it up then with Court of the Rings. Like I say, I'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, hope everyone has a great time. Stay tuned on the forums. Looks like we do have a hot fix coming. The summer festival starting next week. Whole bunch of cool stuff happening there. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for playing Lord of the Rings online. And thank you very much, Druid's Fire, for taking over after this too. So stay tuned.
Yeah, welcome.